Welcome to the Really Likable Geeks podcast. I'm Steve.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Stuart.
And this is the podcast where we talk about nerd stuff and things that keep you from going outside, like video games, comic books, anime, and other nerd things alike. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Player One Coffee. Thank you, Player One Coffee, for sponsoring this episode of the Really Likable Geeks podcast. How's it going, guys?
Good. I am fine.
I'm glad.
Matthew?
Fabulous.
All right. Well, that takes
It's getting close to that Christmas time.
I know.
Ho, ho, ho.
The time when we have the least amount of money in our bank accounts.
Oh my God, so true. There's never been a more true statement ever. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
No.
What are we talking about this week, guys?
Well, in spirit of... Did you want to do it?
That was cool.
Gave me
Go
a
for
little-
it. You started. Go for it.
Yeah.
No.
We're switching it up this week. There's no
Yeah.
book of the week.
No. In the spirit of the holiday season, you know, coming together as a family.
Come together.
Right now.
Right now.
Over me. All right. That's as much as we can do.
Yeah. Any more than that is copyright.
Yeah.
Copyright infringement.
In the spirit of togetherness, of bringing people together, having a family, you know, unity, harmony, we're going to have a raging cage match, Fanboy style. We're going to settle some arguments. We're going to decide once and for all which is better.
Okay.
Apple, iPhone, Xbox, PlayStation, Marvel, DC, PC versus console, Netflix versus Hulu, anime versus manga. It's going to get real.
Why are you yelling at me?
Because I'm getting hyped.
Oh, I'm ready.
Cage match. Thunderdome. Welcome to the Thunderdome. Are you ready?
This is how all my family gatherings turn out. So, yeah.
Just like a cage
I was
match?
born ready.
All right, this is not the time to discuss your family issues. Why don't you just do the first one? How about that?
Come out swinging, Matt. What you got, boy?
What do I have?
Yeah, what you got, boy?
Let me pull
I'm mad I'm saying
my
that.
phone out of my pocket and show you what I got.
Oh, what's the matter? You can't do it off the top of your brains?
It's not an Apple like your POS over there in front of you.
I like my iPhone.
Yeah?
Get off me. Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
A lot.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah.
You like paying extra for things that don't work as well?
Pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty much, yeah, that's where I
Okay,
was
you know
going
what?
with that.
If we're going to do this,
We are doing
Do
it.
it. Bring it.
I will bash the iPhone for a minute.
Sure.
Okay.
You better, 'cause it sucks.
I will say one thing about the Android-based
One thing?
operating systems and iOS is that when Android comes out with a new software or like a new OS, because what are they on right now? Do you guys know what they're on right now? Like, what is it's not?
The actual
You know how
software?
they have
I
like
don't
Jelly
know what.
Bean and blah 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 like that.
I don't know what.
I can't remember.
Like
At least when it comes out, it works.
Lollipop.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is, but
version 0.019.
when it comes out, it works. It works. Your phone works better, or it should. There's new features. You know, whatever. It could be like your icons look
Yeah,
different.
that's kinda what I
your
pay
apps
for.
work a little
Yep.
bit faster. Whatever. When Apple decides to update their iOS, it turns your phone into a pile of crap. That's
Yeah.
like
I mean, it already was.
sluggish.
No,
the new update that came out,
Turned
like
your phone into a
iOS
brick.
11 point whatever. I don't even know we're on iOS 11. When it came out, my phone worked fine until 11 came out,
And it became a brick.
and then 11 came out, and it just like forgot how to be a phone.
Yeah.
Like
It became
completely.
a paperweight.
I text, and it's like I text faster than the text can scroll on the thing.
No, that-
And then I send it, and then it's like I don't. Did you hit the button? And then you hit
Did not
buttons,
compute.
and it's like it can't recognize where you're touching on the screen suddenly, so you're just hitting random stuff, and like it's just stupid. Like it can be stupid sometimes.
Also, you know,
That sounds like the superior product.
this is beating a dead horse.
Come on, man.
Apple just really hates their customers.
No, they do.
They really
They don't
hate
give
their
a crap.
customers.
Dude,
they
okay.
don't care about anything.
As you guys all know,
Whoa,
we
they
do
love their
podcasting.
customers.
We do podcasting.
Money.
They updated the podcast app, and it sucks. You're the premier platform for podcasting, and your freaking podcasting platform. Dude, look at this. Like, I'll just show you. If you guys all have iPhones out there. If you do, you know what I'm talking about. But like, if you were to, so this is the screen here. This is your library. It comes all in blocks.
hey, it's registering where he's
Looks like-
touching.
When you go to play it, it comes up like this. So you would like play it like this,
What
right?
the hell is that?
This is the screen. It sucks.
ugly.
And look, you can like, I got to scroll down to get rid of it, right? But sometimes I end up doing that, and the whole screen.
It's ugly.
You guys are watching it happen in real time.
Ugly.
It's terrible. The new
Hey,
podcast
let's-
app sucks. Like, at least with Apple or Android devices, they're like Google Play. It's clean. It's streamlined. It can be.
I'll say Google Play is extremely buggy.
It's buggy, but it's clean. It's clean.
I'll give him that. It is clean.
It's very buggy and it's really like data heavy.
Is it?
Like their
See, I don't
compression,
use it, so I don't know.
their compression algorithm is not great.
I did not
Like,
know that.
I don't know what they're using, but it's not good. Like the compression algorithm for like Spotify, like you can listen to Spotify, and if you have like 2 gigs of data, you'll never ever go over.
Never
it.
touch that.
No.
Oh, okay.
If
But
you
the
like,
actual-
if you listen to like
Pandora or something.
no, if you're one of who does a daily podcast, Joe Rogan.
Okay.
So if you like, I think he does like 4 days a week. So if you're using Google Play to listen to his like 4 days a week, you'll go over your data.
Really?
Like, in like 2 weeks.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like
I
the
didn't know
compression
that.
algorithm is
But
terrible.
it is
like
a
the
clean
sound
setup.
quality is so good because they're just like, yeah, just
Yeah.
take it all,
Take
take all this data.
Yeah. They're
So,
exporting that on
That's
compressed wave
the one
format.
thing, and because it's like so much at once, it can get like slowed. Like it can get.
I can feel that.
It'll crash a lot.
Well, what I'll say too, like the reason why I also choose, because you guys both have.
Because I have this
Android.
cool thing right here. It's called a headphone jack.
and I have a dongle for
Oh,
it.
mine's down the bottom.
That's
but
the
I
one
have
thing I
too.
don't like.
See?
I thought that
I
was
have-
going
I
to be a
have this.
bigger issue, but it's actually not. Like the dongle piece, it doesn't bother me at all. Like it's such a small thing. I
Plus,
just
you get to say the
overlook
word
it.
dongle.
Yeah, I can say the word dongle. It's funny. But what I will say that I do like more about the iPhone than Android is I like the interface. It's cleaner. It works better. It's more.
I
like the fact that you can move stuff on the screen, on like your icons wherever you want on there. You can't do
On
that
Android?
on iPhone.
Yeah.
You can't do that. Like
there's
it's all,
there's a
it
lot
goes
of
in this.
it's the different. It's the difference between open source and not.
yeah, right.
Because with open source, it allows more innovation and more
Yes.
creativity, whereas closed does not.
Exactly.
It's a rigid box.
Yeah.
Like no matter how big the box is, you're still bound
I'm
by the
bound
borders.
within those things. Yeah. Eventually, there'll be a
this-
point where this will become obsolete.
I pulled up an article just like because I wanted to see what other people said.
Right.
And this article was written by someone who has obviously sustained some sort of like traumatic head injury.
Brain damage, huh?
Very serious. And I feel terrible for him.
Ugh.
Because they're like listing all the different like criteria and like which one's better, Apple or Android. And they're like support
right.
the unmatched Apple Store. Obviously, you've never been in an Apple Store because the so-called geniuses that's like probably the biggest misnomer I've ever known.
Right.
Okay, so previously on this podcast, Steve mentioned that something was the truest statement ever stated.
Me?
Yeah, literally, just like when we started in the intro.
Uh-huh.
The Apple genius is the least truthful statement
Oh,
ever
true.
stated.
Definitely, yes. Indeed.
This is like so stupid because
not smart.
I've gone to the Apple Store with friends who have like needed support. The requirements to work at an Apple Store as a genius is like, do you own an iPhone? Yes. Okay, well you're a genius.
Yeah. That's exactly
Like
how
they
it is.
have no idea. Like there's maybe one person who like is an actual like
Genius
IT
area,
professional.
yeah. Who knows what he's
He's
doing.
not a freaking genius just because you know how to fix a computer.
I agree.
Like-
but no, who's like the top?
Yeah,
like,
there's one guy who knows like who has like an IT certification.
Yeah, I agree.
And everyone else is just like a
High
freaking
schooler.
moron.
Yeah.
Like,
I would
And
get more
I-
support
No, they are.
from the hobo
Because
out on the
I'm an
street
Apple
corner.
user, and
My-
I dread going into Apple stores.
my friend had a MacBook.
I'm serious. I hate it.
My friend had a MacBook, and the new, I think it was like Snow Leopard update.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
She did. It's so
that was a while ago.
stupid names.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Yeah, they have
names
like
for-
Lion, OS X Lion.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
and then
stupid.
Maverick. That
Next one's Goose.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it did. He dead.
he did.
He dead.
And we already did animals.
Anyways, and she updated from whatever to Snow Leopard or whatever, like the stupid name.
Right.
And it just bricked her entire MacBook. Because
What?
that's what the updates
I
are
didn't- I never
designed
heard
to
of
do. The OS updates are
Uh-huh.
designed to brick older ones, so you have to buy a new one.
I had no idea about
Oh yeah,
that.
it happens all the time.
I mean, I've heard of that happening, but I didn't know
So
that was the purpose.
I we went in. I was like, okay, I have the new. I went online and I looked up like, okay, we have to like boot from an external. Like I know how to boot from an external OS operating system on Windows.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, doing it on a Mac
do
looks
it
like
on
impossible.
Apple, it's so stupid.
Yeah, there's a lot.
It's so insanely like doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Convoluted.
Like insanely convoluted.
Yeah.
You'd think you'd just be like, okay, I boot in operator safe mode.
Plug,
Yeah.
reboot,
Boot
to
from the
other
drive.
Yeah.
Install the OS. No.
Wipe the previous driver.
It's
or whatever.
like
yeah.
so stupid. So I went in, I was like, hey, we
How
have
many
the operating
dongles do you need?
We have the operating system. We just need you guys to boot from the operating system to put the new OS on here because I can't figure it out.
Right.
Because I don't know Apple.
They couldn't do it.
No.
Of course not.
They're friggin' morons.
Of course not.
So eventually I went to that
They're
one
like,
guy-
no, it's broke. Buy a new one.
Yeah. That was, oh, well, we can sell you this one.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
what the?
They're all
No,
nice.
there's nothing wrong with this one.
Yeah.
We eventually watched that guy who Apple sued, his YouTube videos before they took him down.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And his was like, this is how you do it. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
I was like, ah,
You're like, thanks, man.
so simple.
yeah.
Like, oh, well,
They sued him because he was giving
They
out.
sued him because he was teaching people how
Yeah.
to fix their purposefully defective products.
Yeah,
Like Apple
essentially.
designs products that are designed to fail. Like after a certain period of time, so you have to buy a new one.
Yeah.
Legally, though, the reason they sued him was the open source, closed source.
Yeah.
They're closed source. He was
He's like,
trying to make it open.
no, he wasn't even trying to make it open. He's like, I bought this. I can do whatever I want to it. And Apple's like, oh, no, because we own
Because
copyright. No,
terms and
I
agreements.
bought this. It's
Yeah.
mine. I
But you
own
agreed
it.
to terms and agreements, and here it is in this section. Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom.
Everybody actually
No.
No, nobody does.
Also-
I've sold my
also-
soul like 50
also
times.
it's wildly
for
illegal
sure.
to do that.
Like for sure.
Yeah.
So
Someone gets my firstborn child, like for sure. I've never read those things. I've given away a lot of stuff, I'm sure.
the other thing,
Someone's
big,
coming for my kidney soon,
the big
Soon.
difference, I think the
You woke up with
biggest,
the bathtub today, man.
right?
the biggest thing between, for me at least, why I never went over to Apple and why I'll stay with Android. I might even go to Google. Like the Pixels look pretty cool.
The Pixels are great, actually.
I
They
haven't
are
decided though. I need to read more about it. But the biggest reason that I will never buy an iPhone is security.
Yeah,
Apple security is a joke.
I'll agree on that one.
It is the biggest joke in the tech
And
industry.
not a funny one either.
No, it's not because people lose
Good joke.
tons of information. The cloud servers are a revolving door for anyone with any kind of like hacking skills.
Oh, yeah.
To just people, in case anyone hasn't heard, I'm sure it's happened like 9 times now where like all these celebrity pictures and videos are released on the
it's happened
internet.
all over the place.
Do you know why that keeps happening? Because the cloud servers, because they all have iPhones and the cloud servers are awful.
They're terrible.
They are
You can
a
access
joke.
like anyone's cloud.
I can
stuff.
access the cloud server with my Android phone.
Yeah. The cloud server is easy.
No special text. I don't need to jailbreak it. It's that easy. And if you don't believe me, there are YouTube videos that show you how to do it. If you have someone's phone
Unless
number,
they've been sued.
Yeah, then you
no,
know.
they just
I
they
know,
put
I'm
the
kidding.
asterisk.
Yeah.
But if you have a I mean, you can have a jailbroken Android, but if you have an Android phone, and you have someone's phone number and their Apple account email, that's it.
Yep, that's
You
all you
have
need.
access. You don't need the password.
Nope.
You don't need anything.
Nope.
Like that's how much of a joke. And they don't fix it.
Mm-hmm.
It happens like every month. And they do nothing to fix it.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, oh, well, we're going to continue to work on our security.
And they never do.
And they do nothing.
I like. Now I've had an Android phone. I've had the Nexus phones from LG. I've also had I had Blackberries and stuff when those were first popping out. And I like them, but as far as what I want to move off of this one because there's so much more we need to get
Yeah.
into. But the reason why I actually chose the Apple, the iPhone 7 was because I wanted. It does everything that I needed to do. It works. That's the thing. I have had problems with Android phones. I really have. With apps and trying to find stuff, have it work properly. I have had issues. I haven't had any issues with the Apple, with the Apple iPhone,
All right.
at all.
You want to?
Not at all.
You got your last bit in, and then we'll vote.
It just works. It's not even a vote. You win.
No, we're voting. We have to. This is a tribunal. We have to vote.
We don't
do
have
you
to
want-
vote.
Do you want your last one? You want last bit in?
If I'm gonna go
2
one
cents?
last jab, I'm just
go
gonna
for it.
say, you know what? You're allowed to be wrong. It's cool.
All right.
We don't need to vote. You guys
That's
both
what
have
we're doing.
Android
We're doing a cage match. All right. So thumbs up for Android, thumbs down for Apple. Ready?
You don't get to vote.
Ready?
I'm doing Apple. I don't get the thumbs down for Apple.
1, 2, 3. All right. So Apple loses.
In your opinions.
We're a tribunal.
And
We have to accept
we don't
the
speak-
decisions.
we don't speak for the
That's
world.
what a tribunal is.
We don't speak for the world.
Well,
Not even a little bit.
We speak for the really
Who
likable
has more
geeks.
sales, Android phones or Apple phones?
Total? Probably Android.
Really?
Across
Can we check that statistic?
Samsung, LG, all the
Fact
different.
check.
Fact
I'll
check.
look it up.
Yeah, go for it.
All right,
I would assume so.
I'm pretty sure it's Apple has
because
more, though.
Android's just an OS used by multiple
No,
different
I'm talking.
carriers.
I'm talking as a phone carrier. That specifically.
Yeah, probably. That too. Androids are cheaper.
I don't know. Like the Pixel phone's like almost the same amount. Pixel's like $800.
Isn't that the Pixel? Isn't
No,
that
the first Pixel was like $800.
Isn't that the Pixel like XL though?
No, just a regular one was
Oh,
like
really?
$657,
Oh.
and then I think the XL was like $100 more.
All right. Well,
The Pixel 2 is like $900, but no one talks
Is it
about
really?
that because the iPhone X or whatever is $1,000, and oh my god, that's worse. Like,
I mean,
it's stupid.
$1,000 for a phone is stupid.
No, it is.
Like $900 for a phone.
Let me
is
find. Let me
stupid.
fact check. Really
Like I think anything over 200 for like a phone is stupid. Like that doesn't really make any sense to me.
let me see the Pixel 2.
Especially like with iPhone when they're like, oh well, the new one's going to come out next year. So you're
Yeah.
expecting your customer base to pay like $1,000 a year.
Okay, so according to this,
Who is it?
geography-wise, America, Canada, Australia, and most of like the
Euro.
Well, the closer to England, English-speaking Euro are
First
very
world.
heavy on the iPhone.
Uh-huh.
Rest of the world is Android. As far as sales are concerned, these are all quarter two from 2012, 2013, and so on and so forth. The source is the IDC tracker from Gartner in August 2016. So in 2012, Android sales made up 69.3%. Apple was 16%. Windows, BlackBerry, and others were the last
Jeez.
fewer.
Apple was only 16% of. I thought it would have been closer.
In 2013, it's 79.8%. Apple 12.9%.
Oh wow, that's a huge flip.
yeah,
By 2016, you're looking at an 86.2% sales to Android phones and a 12.9% to Apple.
is this a yearly thing? Does it just change every year?
It just flips every year.
Doesn't make any sense.
That's
no,
incredible.
this is Android the entire way. Did I,
You
did I
said
stumble on my words?
Yes,
Okay.
you
Yeah.
said the
That's
second
my-
one. You said was 79 Apple. I was like, oh, that's a huge
my
flip.
apologies. No.
So it's
Android-
been mostly
is-
Android.
It's been mostly
And
Android.
it's because
Android's across multiple carriers.
while it is across multiple carriers, on top of that, really the iPhone is only popular
first
in-
world countries.
Yes.
For people who are freaking out about the price of the iPhone, your freaking Pixel 2 is $900 plus tax. Like, shut up. I'm sorry.
I was
still
only going to
$100
get.
cheaper.
I was only going to
freaking
get a
people
Pixel if I
who
could
go,
get a
well, I don't
free."
want to buy an iPhone because it's $1,000. Like, that's fine. Buy your Android phones for the same price if you want the best one. That's fine. But complain about Apple because Apple prices are expensive.
See, I don't.
I hate that.
Here's the thing, though.
They're expensive. Pixel 2 is $900 too. What are you complaining about?
That's for the best one. If you wanted,
That's the regular Pixel 2.
but I'm saying you don't have to get the Pixel.
No, but you can get like what is the Note up to now?
8?
Note 8.
I think they're
I
making
don't
the
even
9
know,
right now
dude.
in
But
production.
what are they? $500?
Yeah.
It's still $500.
Still
for a phone.
$500.
Price.
That's half the price.
It's $500 for a
I'm
phone.
not.
That's insane.
I'm not
I
saying.
still think
that-
phones are like crazy overpriced.
Yes, they are.
yes,
general.
and Apple even
I think
a whole nother level more.
I think any phone over $200 is just you're out of your mind.
swear someone said that.
No,
like
yeah.
5 minutes. ago.
I'm just saying. In general, it doesn't matter who it is. I don't think the technology for phones justifies a price tag of $1,000.
No.
Period.
No.
I don't care who you
Especially
are.
when it's made by like Chinese children for like cents on the dollar.
Hey,
I know.
Speaking of things that are made by Chinese children
Wow.
for cents on the dollar.
All right. That's our segue.
Oh, that's our segue for
That's our segue.
Sure. Because who does child labor better than Microsoft?
Jeez. Yeah.
Sony?
All right.
Nobody.
No.
No.
I was trying to think.
No.
Nobody. But Microsoft makes the Xbox.
The Gap?
And you brought up Sony.
Oh, yeah. Oh man, we're gonna go into this.
Oh yeah, we
All
are.
right.
Okay, before we go into this, I'm just gonna state
That our friendships can never be broken.
no, they can't be. We all agree to disagree.
And we're the three best friends. That
I stopped playing all console games. Period. Matt, you and I have had discussion a few times.
Yes.
It's just kind of like, when was the last time we touched your console? It's been a while.
It has.
Me, I got rid of my PS4 and my Xbox One. I don't care anymore. I don't care. And that's, a choice because I just master race.
Still using my GameCube.
Yeah, I am. I love the GameCube because Zelda's awesome. But anyways, I don't care anymore. So there's just nothing that's. You look so suspicious doing
Yeah.
that. Like, I'm
Well,
pouring whiskey
I
in my
don't-
cup.
Anyways,
Anyways,
I don't
go.
want the label showing.
Keep
Yeah, I
going.
know. But anyways, if I had to choose between which one though,
we're doing Xbox versus PlayStation, by the way.
no, we already did that.
No one introduced it.
He
but
did.
He introduced Xbox.
And you said you brought up Sony's PlayStation. I said, okay, I don't play consoles.
I did.
All right.
I did.
Anyways, Sony versus Xbox. I would choose the PlayStation 4 for many reasons.
Really?
Many reasons.
That surprised me, honestly.
many reasons.
That they don't explode? Is it because they don't explode?
That's one reason.
the Xboxes,
the
Xboxes have been known to catch fire.
to spontaneously combust.
Yeah.
Lithium-ion
a
batteries,
fi-
when subjected to extreme amounts of heat, will, as the Samsung Note 7 demonstrated,
Oh, yeah.
tend to explode.
Yeah, they definitely do.
But boom!
My thing though is, first off, with the PlayStation 4 is that it's an interface thing for me. First off, their dashboard interface is way superior to the Xbox. That's just the starting thing.
Also, they don't have stupid voice control.
No, they
the
don't.
voice control is so stupid.
You don't, or okay,
On Xbox, it's
I-
just so stupid.
I'm gonna retract what I was about
Xbox
to say.
off!
Yeah,
Like
that's so
anyone can
stupid.
just turn it off.
Yeah,
it's so
dumb.
stupid.
If you're listening to like a podcast and you have that on, your Xbox will just turn on. If
Yeah.
anybody says Xbox on,
Xbox on!
yeah, Xbox, Xbox. I love you, John.
That's gonna bring me to another. That's gonna bring me to another one real quick.
Xbone.
The Xbox invented the Kinect, where if
Is
you
the-
try to control it, is basically
Oh, it's so
just
horrible.
start waving your hands around and hope that maybe
it's
something.
it was the worst thing.
Whatever the things that they promised us it could do, it has never done.
No, it's never done it.
It's never been able to live up
was-
to what they said it was
a
going
good
to.
idea,
That's a great idea.
but they did not deliver on
It's a
what
great
they said
idea.
it could do.
yeah.
it does not work.
It doesn't.
It does not work.
Now, I was an Xbox person way before before I got into the PlayStation stuff. I had a PS1, of course. I had an Xbox, the first one that came out. Not the Xbox One, but the original one, not the new one.
Xbox.
Chronologically, the first
Yeah,
Xbox that was
chronologically,
released.
the Xbox One. Xbox. And then I had the 360. Now, I'm clarifying this because I know Steve Dodson's going to be like, "What? You're an Xbox nut," like when you were living in the apartment next to me. But anyways, he was the PlayStation guy. Me and Patrick were the Xbox guys. So anyways, there was a point where I was just like, I'm just over it. I'm over it. Microsoft tried so hard to innovate their console. It just got worse for them. There's all the way from their big bulky consoles that would just red ring on you to their slimline ones that would just overheat and would
Explode.
just explode. Their Xbox One that came out, then their Project Score. It's just like it's too much, and just exclusives is the main thing.
Let me
It's
take
another main
that
thing
one.
for me.
I think far and away the
Microsoft doesn't know how to
exclusives
market themselves.
that are on PlayStation are better.
Superior.
I think
so superior.
PlayStation just has because you know why? Because Sony has a better in-house studio.
Yeah,
Like
they do.
the Sony studio is a lot better at creating excellent content. Naughty Dog is a great
Yep.
studio that started out in-house. Capcom Konami has always had a great relationship.
Oh, with Sony, yeah.
Sony,
Yes, they
they've
have.
given us all the Metal Gear Solid games. Even going back to the PlayStation 3, they were not able to put a Metal Gear Solid game on 360 because
was too big.
Because the game was too big.
Yeah.
Like they
And-
could not. I think Hideo Kojima said it would have taken 3 HD
Yeah.
DVD discs
for it to be on there.
to fit Metal Gear Solid 4
Yeah,
on that game,
which
which
is, like,
took one
insane.
Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I think that was the other thing that really killed it was that Blu-ray destroyed,
destroyed
HD
it.
DVD.
It did.
For those that don't know, HD DVD was the competitor to Blu-ray that was straight murdered.
It was.
HD DVD dead.
I actually have HD DVDs. I have them. I
Wow,
can't even
you
use
can't
them.
even watch them. It's
Can't
like
even
having a
use them.
laser disc. It's like, what's the point?
What are those CDIs?
Betamax,
Betamax. Yeah, you can't use them.
DAT tapes.
What I thought was really interesting though was, here's another thing I love about Microsoft though, and it's which is by the sarcasm. They're like, oh, Microsoft. Oh, we got Blu-ray too. You're like, that's great. It's a Sony product.
Hey, good job, buddy. You're only like 5 years behind.
Yep, and good job putting that Sony Blu-ray in your Microsoft console. That's great.
Well done,
Oh,
sir.
and by the way, it still plays better on the PlayStation because PlayStation.
Yeah.
I will say I did like the 360.
No, I like the
I
360.
love the 360, and it spanned a long time before they finally came out with the Xbox One, and then they just kind of took their entire market and dumped it out in the trash.
That was one thing that I didn't like about Xbox was even after the PlayStation 4 came out, they were still releasing games for the PS3 in order to give people time to make the transition. Because they understand that like not everyone's going to have the money to buy a console at release.
Definitely.
Oh,
So they are still
console. I need it now.
So there's like a year to 6 month period where they're releasing games simultaneously for the PS3 and the PS4. Whereas like Microsoft, as soon as the Xbox came out, they're like, "F you, all 360 fans!
Yeah.
Xbox One, buy it, scrubs."
Yep.
You know
Oh,
what I
you remember
mean?
backwards compatibility? That was cool too.
Oh yeah.
Microsoft didn't have that.
or what was the other thing? Xbox that they like destroyed like right on the eve of release because it was like gonna kill their sales.
DRM.
Digital rights.
No, yeah, it was a disc management or whatever. It was like,
So-
you could buy it and put the game in and play it, but after that, that's it.
Yeah.
You
So
can't-
originally, for people that don't remember,
DRM, yeah.
Xbox One had this thing where if you bought a game for Xbox and you put it in your Xbox One, now it was linked
It was like a fingerprint.
to that Xbox.
So
no
you
one,
could never
no one
lend
could
it to a
ever
friend.
use it again.
And
so
then-
so GameFly was like, "All right, idiots! Like that just killed. We're never gonna sell any of your games."
Yeah, we'll just sell strictly.
Yeah. So we're just gonna
PC
do all
and Sony.
PlayStation then, idiot. Like,
Yeah. And then
Redbox is like, "What the hell are you thinking?"
E3 came out, and at E3, Sony
yeah.
filmed that commercial, which is like, "Want to trade games on the PlayStation? Here's how." Thanks.
Thanks.
And that was it. It was like the biggest middle finger to Microsoft.
Because the first thing they're like, "Oh well,
Oh, it's
you
so
can
funny.
you can let your friends borrow a game, but you're gonna have to put in this like 20-digit string code."
Yeah.
And like people were like, "No,"
And you gotta like put your account on theirs.
Yeah.
But you have to de-link your Xbox at your home to do. Oh, what a mess! And you know what's funny is everyone made the argument which was like, well, Steam is like, when you buy a game on Steam, you have it forever. It's like, yeah, but that's completely different platform.
It's so different. That's not the
completely
same
different
thing.
idea. I have an online
That's
library.
That's the difference between having a physical copy of
Yeah.
something and having like a digital
Yeah.
right to it.
I'm buying a
Those are
digital
two
copy
different
on
things.
Steam. I know what I'm getting into.
Yeah.
I know what I'm getting into. If I have a physical copy, I should be able to hand it to you and be like, "Have fun, dude." Like,
also when you
What
buy
is this crap? I would never buy an Xbox One.
also when you buy something digital,
Can't use it
it's
anyway.
with the knowledge in the back of your head that like, hey, if for whatever reason one day like the Steam server building like exploded and lost everyone's data, I would just be SOL.
oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
Dunskies.
Like
Yep.
that's the idea of like digital rights. It's like if it's ever lost, then meh.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But a physical hard copy, I should be able to do whatever I want. with
yeah.
it.
You should be. That's how it's
Like
how
that's
it should
why
always be.
That's why digital only is cheaper because we don't have the security of having a physical, aspect of it.
And then I'll say the last thing.
Yeah.
I'll
He
say
hasn't
this.
even gone yet.
I know, but I'll say this last thing real fast. Go ahead, Matt.
No. Say this last thing. real
No,
fast.
I'll say one more thing and then you can
Go for it.
Is that for a while the big argument between Microsoft and Sony was that you had to pay to play online on the Xbox, and PlayStation was totally free for online, totally free.
Yeah.
And it still is in some respects though, on the PlayStation. Now they have PlayStation Plus. But you get rewarded for having PlayStation Plus. You don't really get rewarded for having Xbox Live.
It's an optional thing.
It's
like
an
I can
optional
still
thing.
play online.
Yep, we can still play. If
I don't have
Call of
PlayStation
Duty if we
Plus.
wanted to. We could play together online free.
But like
Yes.
if I wanted to,
Can't do that on the Xbox.
if
No,
I
you
wanted
can't.
if I wanted to do like something that has nothing to do with the main game, then I would have to pay for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Well, here's the other thing: is don't you have to pay for an Xbox account even if you never play online?
You sure do.
Yeah. So you have to pay. So you pay for
You
the
can't
console.
even.
You pay for the console, and you can't play a game until you register an account
Yep.
and pay for the account.
Pretty much.
So they're getting you coming and going.
Yep. And the other crappy thing is if you have a PlayStation, the great thing about Sony is if you plug in a PlayStation and you link your Netflix account, you don't need like PlayStation Plus to play Netflix or
Oh,
YouTube.
yeah, that's right.
For Xbox, you do.
Yeah, that's
you
right.
have to have Xbox Live to access
otherwise you
features
can't
like
access
Netflix.
the
Yeah, I
internet.
thought the Xbox you couldn't even play games if it wasn't online.
No, you could play like single player and stuff like that. But
Local
Oh,
load.
right. They got rid
Local-
of that too. Because
Yeah.
that was the other thing they said, like, oh, well, you can't play it unless you're connected to the internet.
yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
because they're
They're like everyone has internet.
they were
and I'm
just
like,
picking
not
up their
yet.
customers by their ankles and like shaking them, seeing what change falls out of their pockets. Good. man.
Microsoft just oh my god, go ahead, Matt.
I mean, it's been said.
I'm so sorry.
I can
just
put
took
this to a
one from
vote.
you.
wanna
Like
put
this,
it to vote?
this can be a vote.
Thumbs up PlayStation, thumbs down Xbox. 1, 2, 3. All right, unanimous.
Unanimous. PlayStation's better.
We have unanimity.
Don't get me wrong. I love my 360. I always will have that thing, and I'll probably
Oh.
go back and play Mass Effect several times. But PlayStation is better.
Let's remember too that Sony had the biggest selling game library of all time, the PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think they had
You know
the
what
biggest
PlayStation 2
library.
had?
What?
Battlefront. Before EA ruined it.
Oh
That's
yeah.
true.
They had Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, and that was before
Wait, wasn't the PlayStation 2
Infinity.
though?
That was when Infinity Ward was still awesome.
Oh yeah, before all that thing went down
For
with
all that.
Activision.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, we should have known.
Good old Activision.
We should have known
PlayStation.
back then because Activision was EA's little like puppet boy.
Yep, they were little meat puppets.
And
were
we're
they?
like, oh, why did wow, God, what were their names from Infinity Ward?
Infinity Ward.
Yeah,
was
the
it
two guys who quit? They were like just give their finger to EA and Activision.
Oh, I don't
and,
even
like,
remember.
walked out.
I don't even remember.
Bob and Tim.
I don't think it was Michael Condrey and
It was the heads
Glenn
of Infinity
Schofield?
Wars, and they're like, yeah. And
Was
they're
it
just
Glenn
like,
Schofield and
"F
Michael
you,
Condrey?
We're done.
I don't remember.
Yeah, that was
because I know they're making Call of Duty again, but I don't remember if it was.
gangster.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't even remember what their names were. I think that was them. But yeah, and PlayStation 2 was like the most selling console of all time
yeah.
too.
I still love my PlayStation
Yeah.
2.
PlayStation 2 is like amazing.
One of the
those
best-
graphics still hold up in some of
my
those games.
most favorite games of all time were PlayStation 2.
Oh yeah. I played so much Devil May
Ace
Cry
Combat.
and SOCOM, US Navy SEALs.
Ace Combat, Infinite Sky.
Yeah.
That
Star
was
Wars
the best one.
Battlefront.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Daxter, Crash
yeah.
Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot.
Like, oh my gosh, Crash Bash, and it just goes on forever.
Wasn't there a Crash Racing?
There was
Yeah,
Crash
there
Team
was
Racing. Yeah, and it was great. Yeah, it's
We
it's
got
amazing.
to move on.
Oh, and sorry, one more thing. The PlayStation also had, which was like one of the biggest libraries for RPG games. The
Yeah.
PlayStation 1
Oh, dude, the
was
JRPG
like,
was
it was
insane.
an RPG machine. That's what it was built for almost. Didn't have much of that on the Xbox.
It's
Just
like
didn't.
Ren Pi is now.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you guys have seen like the huge flux of like free to play RPGs
Oh, it's
that have been like
insane.
just
Yeah.
inundated the internet because
yeah.
of Ren Pi.
It's insane.
So good. Dude,
Yeah.
some of them are so good.
Some of
They're
them
free
are
to
real
play
good.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they're amazing.
I'm actually making. I guess I'll do this officially on the
On Red Pie?
podcast.
All
on
right.
on the podcast is that I am creating an RPG game right now on RPG Ace Maker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's cool too.
RPG Maker. I have the brand new one, huh? Ooh, I did. Whatever. Well, I'm saying it to the
looking-
camera.
she's
I'm
looking at
making
the
an
screen.
RPG game on RPG Maker X on Steam. I bought it and I've started and I'm writing and doing a couple things. I have no plans really to like release it as like a full thing, but you know, if I release a couple levels, let me know on Twitter.
What are you?
And I'll
What are you
release
aiming
it.
for?
What do you mean? What am I aiming for?
Like fantasy?
Give us a mashup. What it's this and this combined.
Obviously, Final Fantasy-esque elements.
Okay.
I hate it.
Crossed with original
Which Final Fantasy?
A Link to the Past graphic style.
Okay.
Like the top down,
Okay.
Link to the Past. Much larger scale. It's going to be really cool.
right.
I got the first 20 minutes of gameplay done.
Cool.
So when that comes out, maybe I'll link
Moving
it.
on.
So yeah, RPG. I got to read this thing really quick.
Not moving on.
Moving on to our sponsor this week. I want to remind everyone that this episode of the podcast is brought to you by Player One Coffee. Any avid gamer knows that it is a fact that tanking up on a bit of coffee can boost mental prowess and help a person to play a better game. Player One Coffee is aptly named as it is designed to enhance your chances of being a top gamer in your circle. Gamers everywhere have nothing to lose and everything to gain by giving these delicious, carefully hand-roasted coffee a chance to show how it can help your game performance. The next time you're going to rescue the princess or enter a dungeon or game with some friends, you know what type of coffee you should have in your inventory. Words are hard. To get 5% off your first purchase, visit playeronecoffee.com and use the code LikableGeeks at checkout. It's that easy. Again, visit playeronecoffee.com and use the code LikableGeeks at checkout to receive 5% off of your first order. Thank you, Player One Coffee, for sponsoring this episode of the Likable Geeks podcast. It's good coffee.
Dude, if I drank coffee, I'd be all over that.
He does
I
not
do drink
it.
coffee.
It's
He's going to be
delicious.
all over that.
Yeah.
Real quick, what I'll just say is that they name their coffee off obviously game stuff. They have like the Omen and Leroy Jenkins. It's great. Leroy Jenkins has like the most like gnarly caffeine in it. It's just like it's meant to, like when you drink it, just be like,
Has a blonde roast.
it's gnarly. Yeah.
Blonde
So,
roast.
Oh, I jumped. Let's do this.
First person smoother. Like good. It's good. So thank you, Player One Coffee, for sponsoring us. We really appreciate it.
All right.
Go get yourself some coffee.
Moving on.
Moving
to
on.
the next one.
What is the next one?
I'll do it.
Oh man, have fun,
Here
guys.
we go. This one should be super easy. Just like the other ones. Thank you.
Oh, producer with shots fired.
Marvel versus
Dark Horse.
DC.
That's not
Dark
Dark
Horse
Horse.
is DC.
All right, let's vote. We don't need to talk about
Yeah,
this.
we
This
don't
is
need to talk
done.
about this.
Up for Marvel, down for DC.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, all right,
Yeah,
cool.
Marvel, yay.
Just-
No, why though? Go ahead. I
You
want
do
you guys
this.
a little
You do this
Why?
one.
Okay, let me count the ways. Let's start, for the sake of the argument here, with the TV and movie universes.
Do
Okay.
two separate.
Yeah, you gotta do them separate.
But I can't, because Marvel was smart enough to combine their TV and movie universes.
True that.
Daredevil is Daredevil. And when you watch that on Netflix,
And
the
it's great.
same Daredevil you see on Netflix in that really awesome show, I mean, it is so cool, is the same Daredevil that you are going to see make cameos in Marvel movies.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Charlie Cox.
The same exact characters, same actors, same like everything. But if you go to the DC side of this and you watch, say, The Flash, which don't get me wrong, was actually a pretty good show. I didn't dislike it at
I
all.
liked it.
I liked it.
I like Flash and the Arrow.
Yeah.
They're both good shows.
But
I haven't finished Arrow.
Flash is actually coming out next year. DC.
Oh, yeah, the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Is it Grant Gustin?
No.
Oh.
No, it's not. It's actually some totally different guy that you don't know.
Oh, from the Justice League movie.
Yeah, that's the one.
Ugh. That movie sucked.
Which movie?
The Justice League movie.
I haven't seen it. Is
Don't.
it bad?
Don't.
Is it bad?
It's so bad.
I listened to the
Yeah, I watched it.
really quickly. I'll just say I listened to the Rooster Teeth podcast, and I think it was Bernie that was talking about the Justice League movie.
Sure.
And I'll say exactly what he said.
All right.
But he said, "Why does
Can you
it
say
matter?
that?
Why does it matter to even make a Justice League movie when all you have to do is throw the most overpowered character in the movie and just be like, you don't need the Justice League anymore. This person is all you need, and you can just wipe out everybody in a movie." Mm-hmm. Am I accurate with that?
Yeah.
Okay. That's why it sucked. He's just like everything that led up to, whose arrival.
Superman.
Just doesn't even matter. Superman shows up and is just like, I'm Superman. It's like, all right, we don't even need to do anything more. It's fine. Superman's just OP.
Here's the other thing that like really pisses me off.
I agree with Bernie. I
is
haven't
that
seen it.
they give away the plot in the trailer. They revealed that Superman was alive in the trailer.
Yeah.
That's like
It's not
a
a secret.
major plot point.
That's not a secret
But
at all.
But why reveal it?
Yeah, why?
Like at least it's a question Whereas now it's not a question at all.
No, not at
You
all.
don't have to go see Justice League to know what happens. All you do is watch the trailer.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hey, so Infinity War trailer just came out. In that trailer, do you see Thanos put on his Infinity Gauntlet and beat the ever-loving dog crap out of the Avengers?
Yes. A little bit.
You see
he
him-
punches Iron Man.
Yeah, but do you see him just beat the ever-loving dog crap out of
No,
all
not-
the Avengers?
actually, no, not really, no.
Okay, yeah, because that's what's going to end up happening.
Everybody knows it.
But they don't show it in the trailer.
Because that's why we're paying you in the movie theater to see the movie.
Right.
I would agree that DC has not done well with their TV or movie. However,
They've done horribly.
I do love Gotham. I love Gotham.
Gotham's good. Here's the
I
problem.
feel like Gotham
though.
has dragged too far, though.
I don't
They
think so.
don't have any one person like they do at Marvel going like, here's how everything fits together. We're going to keep you guys within this bubble so that we can freaking draw lines and connect strings,
Right.
connect the dots. So everything's connected and it's all just one universe. The DC is like, even the TV shows like span multiple universes because it doesn't make sense
Doesn't.
like to have Supergirl and the Flash exist on the same Earth.
Yeah.
So they have to have like multiple universe. Like, oh, Supergirl's on Earth 10 and like the Flash and Arrow are like Earth 1.
Yeah.
Because
where the
it
whole
doesn't
time
make
travel,
any sense.
And that's where the whole time travel thing came in with the Flash trying to like, it's Lois Lane! It's Lois!
Martha!
That was the
Wait,
movie.
what?
In the
That was
movie.
the movie.
But still.
I'm talking about the TV show.
I know, but still.
Yeah.
It's
I
like-
was so... And
But that
too-
wasn't the same Flash as the
And it
TV
wasn't.
show.
No, it wasn't.
So anyways, the Flash movie's going to suck because they've already like switched director 3 times. They've sent the script back
And
4
they
times for
completely-
rewrites.
They
It was gonna suck
completely
anyways.
revamped the entire production crew, too.
Yeah, it's going to suck.
I want DC to be good. I do.
It's
But
just
they
not.
just, they I don't know. Outside of the realm of the Batman films, what do you got? Not much.
Nothing.
And
that
even
was-
not all the Batman films are great.
And that was, yeah. and that was
Excuse
because
me?
of-
They're not.
Batman and Robin, George Clooney, Bat Nipples.
Isn't that Batman Forever?
No.
Wasn't it both?
it was probably both.
I think it was both
Who
because he did too,
cares?
didn't he?
I don't
Yeah.
know. No, that was Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer.
We had
I'm
that
sorry.
argument before.
Yeah,
on the
we
show.
did.
It doesn't
Sorry.
matter.
Okay, big
Bat
joke
nipples
then.
are stupid.
Yeah,
they
they're
are.
very dumb.
They are. Honestly,
Also, here's my question: they had bat nipples on Batman
And Robin,
but
but
not,
not-
on Batgirls.
Nope.
Oh my god, we've been over this.
We have been
I
over
know,
that.
I don't
know.
care.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep talking about
but
bat
here's-
nipples.
Okay, I have a theory to that. Marvel has been fantastically successful. Like leaps
About nipples.
leaps and bounds of just success after success, leaving DC in the dust. I almost feel like they're trying too hard.
Marvel?
No, DC.
Oh, they are.
That's why
Oh,
they're
yeah.
failing,
Yeah.
because they're just trying too hard and they're just
You know why?
dropping
Because
the ball.
DC's taking itself too seriously, and Marvel is like smart enough to have like levity with its content.
Oh, can I ask you a question? Really quick? Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
Okay.
You saw Justice League.
Yep.
Is Martian Manhunter in Justice League?
Cameo?
Why would you not put Martian Manhunter
it's
in it?
setting up for the next one.
I don't even care. Why would you not have Martian Manhunter in the first one?
because it's setting up for the next
He wasn't
It's
part of it.
annoying.
He wasn't part of the Justice League.
Yeah.
What?
No, he wasn't part of the Justice League.
What is, oh, okay.
I definitely didn't watch him on the cartoons. He wasn't in it.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
He was
Girl.
like,
Meh.
only
Green
one,
Lantern. Nah.
only one of the main reasons why the Justice League is around is because of Martian Manhunter.
Yeah.
Hello? Put him in the movie.
Yeah, that's true.
What are you doing?
He's not part of the
DC?
Justice
Green
League.
Lantern? No.
Hawk Girl? Nah.
No.
Don't worry about it.
Hawkman.
Hawkman? Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
It's
'cause
stupid.
It's stupid because they already had Hawkgirl and Hawkman in the Arrow show.
Yeah.
Or the Flash show, too.
But let's
I
not
think
put
it
him
was
in the
both.
movie.
was
It doesn't
both.
make
It was a
sense.
crossover.
I kind of have
Oh.
I have such a problem with that. If I had to say one thing about the Avengers and the Justice League is that not all the characters are there yet. They're not all there.
But Marvel's
But they
getting,
should be.
But Marvel's
They're
getting,
getting
to
there.
it.
But it's taken
Marvel's-
10 years.
It's hard to make movies.
No, I'm not
Well,
disagreeing.
the other thing
But
that
the
Marvel
thing is
does
that
well.
choices in characters.
I know that Marvel is going to give me what I want.
Right.
Because they've done that so far. People were like, we want a Deadpool movie. And Marvel was like, well, we're trying to be serious. And we're like, no. Deadpool.
Yeah. And Fox was
Now.
like, we'll do it.
And they're like, all right, well, we'll give it to you. All
right.
And it was the highest grossing origin film of the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yes, it was.
It made more than Captain America, freaking Iron Man, Thor. It was.
It was great.
It
It's not
made
my
more
it's
than
not my
any
favorite,
origin
but it's
movies.
great.
And don't
It's
get me
great.
wrong,
Because
Iron
honestly,
Man was game breaking when it came
Iron
out.
Man's amazing. All those movies are amazing.
no, they're fantastic.
But Deadpool was just exactly what the fans wanted.
Yeah.
You gave us what we wanted.
Yeah.
And they
if only they'd make a Spawn movie like that.
are.
I know, but
Todd McFarlane is making
I
it.
know
It's
that
so
was
great.
That was the lead in to that. It was
Yeah.
like sarcasm,
Wow.
like because I love Spawn.
movie.
I love Spawn. I have almost all the comics. Like I love.
They're
Spawn.
giving us a reboot of Hellboy.
Yeah.
What do you think about Punisher?
Oh, it's
You gotta
fantastic.
be
Oh,
stoked for that.
fantastic.
Oh, it's
Isn't there a new
amazing.
movie
So good.
coming out?
No, the
Is it-
show.
Oh, the
Show.
show. That's what it is.
So
yeah.
good.
Oh,
Haven't
it's so
done
good.
So
anything.
good.
Yeah.
No, I didn't
Yeah.
finish it. yet.
Punisher.
It's amazing.
It's great.
Jonathan
Marvel-
Jonathan Bernthal, that's the Punisher.
Okay.
Like that guy is
I'll have to
awesome.
watch it.
So good.
Haven't even done it yet.
Do it.
Anyways,
Okay, so that's
Acting.
unanimous. Marvel's just
We
Marvel-
did that
Marvel
at the
wins.
start.
Yes,
We didn't
Marvel's-
need to. We just
Marvel,
started talking
Marvel
about why.
kills it.
Marvel kills it. I want DC
I'm
to
so
do good.
excited. I'm so excited that all of the Netflix heroes of Marvel
That
are
just-
going to be in the Avengers
That's
movie.
like the smartest move.
So cool.
Such a smart move. It
It
really
doesn't make
is.
sense for them not to
No,
be.
it doesn't.
Like, it's great.
Marvel's better.
Well, that's
Marvel
and that's one of the
Marvel.
quintessential things where like
Marvel.
you have to ask yourself
Marvel in my Marvel.
when you look at Batman because there's been so many different Batmans. Who's Batman?
And now Ben Affleck's not even going to be Batman.
Right, but that's the thing. Like
Who,
who's
and I thought Ben Affleck was doing well as Batman. Personal opinion. I thought he
He's not-
was.
He's not terrible. I don't hate it. Here's the thing. None of the actors are bad
no.
in the DC movies. The script sucks. The script sucks. The plot sucks. It doesn't make any sense. None of it makes sense.
I mean,
How did Wonder Woman know to show up in
she got an
Batman
email.
versus Superman?
She got an email.
She got an email.
He said, Superman's like, oh, is she with you? Batman's like, I thought she was with you.
John pays attention to current events.
So she was just like,
I know where they
things
are.
going down. I haven't made a public appearance for 70 years since World War I. Better pick now. Why didn't she show up when Zod was destroying Metropolis then?
Yeah.
He wrecked the entire city.
With dubstep.
Yes. Why didn't she show up then? Exactly. It doesn't make any
It
sense.
doesn't make sense.
Well, anyway,
Sucks.
to my
Everything sucks.
to my point I was trying to make, like when Batman has spread so far over the ages, they made so many different movies. So it's hard for me to say like who's Batman. Everyone has their own favorite, right? But The Flash, Arrow, I mean, those are shows that haven't been on for much longer than what, 5 years, 3 years?
Arrow's been on for
Arrow's
7
been on
years.
for
Okay.
7, yeah.
Okay, so who is the Green Arrow?
Stephen Amell.
And in your mind, that's who you see.
It's always going to
It's
be
always
Stephen
Okay,
Amell.
who's
Like,
Iron Man?
Oh,
Robert Downey Jr.
Okay, period. Absolutely.
Forever.
And every single time you see Iron Man, it's always Robert Downey Jr. But DC is taking, you watch The Flash, you go, yes, that is The Flash. I
Nope.
like him. He is The Flash.
Nope.
And DC goes,
And then
do you
no,
like him?
I'm just saying that's what they'll
yeah.
do. No,
DC goes, you like him. He's who you see as The Flash? You as my consumer really do
Grant.
like him? Cool.
Grant or
well,
nothing.
Screw you. We're going to give you this other guy.
Yeah.
We're going to give you this guy
I
who
think-
you don't know.
I
No
think,
name.
What's the name of the guy that plays Flash right now? I can't
Grant
remember. his
Gustin.
Grant.
name. Yeah, he plays Flash amazing.
Oh, yeah. he's
Amazing.
fantastic.
As far as I'm concerned, he is The Flash. So why are you going to take that away from me?
Who cares? I hate him.
Who?
The Flash in the movies.
Who?
Oh, is that who that is? Oh, that kid sucks.
What are you talking about?
The kid that plays the Flash on the movies is from Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Oh, what?
That movie sucked.
That movie did
I
suck.
loved that book as a kid. That movie sucked. Thank you, Hermione, for ruining that book.
Marvel.
The movie sucked.
All right, so Marvel, you're good.
Yeah.
Thumbs
All
up
right,
all
hands
around.
down.
Gotta move on. We gotta,
All right,
we
moving
gotta
on
knock
to the
these
next
out.
one.
We gotta knock these
We
out.
could stay on that one like all night.
Oh, dude, that could be an episode.
This is
Yeah.
gonna be a longer episode than normal.
That's okay. I think the people want that. Especially,
the people
we
want
didn't have a
that.
podcast last week.
People
so.
want that. PC
my
Master
gosh.
Race.
We're doing PC versus console?
Console. Oh my god.
What are you pointing at me for?
No, we did not kind of already
Two
do
very
that.
different things.
This is going to be intense.
There's two.
Saying how he prefers it already.
Yeah, I do, but why? Why? I'll let you guys start this one because I'm going to talk too much.
Go ahead.
Previously,
Take
you
it.
mentioned that with the digital rights, really the only thing you're getting into is, oh no, I mean, if the Steam servers all blow up every single one and I lose everything, then I guess I'm out of my games. But on the flip side of that coin, if my computer blows up and I get a new computer, I download Steam, and I still have all my games.
Yep.
And if that computer blows up, then I still have all my games.
Yep.
And if I'm 70 and the Steam servers are still running, then I still
hope so.
have all
Should
my
be
games.
No reason why Steam would ever stop.
They wouldn't. But
There
again,
should
my
be no
argument is
reason.
I could be 100 million years old. If the Steam servers are still running, I still have all my games.
Yep.
I could move across the country. I have all my games. As long as I have a computer and an internet connection, I have every single one of my games.
Even if you don't have an internet connection, because you could just download the games to your drive, disconnect from the internet, and have a great time.
Well, okay, if you lost them, to get them back, you would need an internet connection.
oh yeah.
But
So
you just have them.
the ability to play your game on any computer anywhere is a plus.
It is super nifty.
Yeah, it's super convenient.
Upgrade my computer?
Having your
I mean,
games
lose anything.
it's the same. Okay, but it's the same thing if you download or if you buy a digital version on console. It's the same exact thing.
No, I would say no to that.
But it is. How so?
Like if you download a digital version
If
on
I
the
buy
Xbox,
if on my PlayStation account, I have my record of games.
right?
If I went to another PlayStation, signed into my account, I can download any of those games I've already bought.
Oh yeah. Okay,
that's what I'm saying.
Essentially,
It's the same thing.
However,
The only positive is
okay,
that
but
I
here's-
could have a hard copy and I have a choice between the two.
Here's my argument to that is
Okay.
when PlayStation comes out with the PlayStation 5, while
whatever
I
it's
will
called.
say that
It's got to just be PS5. They
I'm
can't
just
be
assuming here. But while I will say that it is very highly likely because Sony is very good to their customers that this will be a thing, you can't actually guarantee right now that they will let you take your old games that you purchased to your account and download them to the new gen console.
I was just gonna say that. There's no guarantee
That's
that you
in-
would.
There
be
is
able
a
to do that.
99.9%
If-
chance
okay.
they will because Sony is good to their people. But you can't guarantee that.
I went. Yeah, that's interesting because you can't. I have the PS3 games I bought on my account, but it's not playable on the
On your
PlayStation
PS4.
4.
Nope. Because crossplay is still kind of a thing.
But okay, but that's
that
but,
they
but
don't
there's
support.
there's also instances where that's true to PC because of operating systems. Because I've had a discussion with you
Yeah.
where I was extremely
Knights of the Old
upset
Republic.
because I can't play KOTOR on Windows 10.
Yeah.
Because
think-
Windows 10 sucks.
I do think
Yeah,
they
it does.
patched that though. I do think you can do it now.
Okay.
I think you can now.
But I'm saying
for a while you couldn't.
Yeah, you couldn't play any games that like, oh, you need what was it?
DX12 or whatever.
Yeah,
DirectX.
like
Well,
something
here's
so
one. Here's
old.
one.
Yeah.
I've been playing South Park Stick of Truth. Every time I fire it up on Steam, the little bubble pops up. Color scheme has reverted to Windows 7 or Windows 7 Basic
It goes a classic. Yeah.
because it won't do anything better than that.
Can't do Arrow. Can't have that running in the back.
Yeah, but I'm saying for like older games like KOTOR,
Right.
like, I couldn't do it.
But here is the thing about that though that I will say. At least on PC, they attempt and try to optimize that for the new Windows operating system or iOS operating system. iOS, macOS operating system. They try to update those so that like when you do want to play like Star Wars: The Old Republic or whatever, Star Trek Online or whatever, it is compatible with the most recent operating system. PlayStation or Xbox, it just doesn't. You have a much large like a 90% chance that a game that you like is going to be playable on the next OS on computer.
yeah.
It
That's
is
true.
like a 10%
There-
chance if you want to do that on console to console.
You can play. It has to do with the fact that like the discs were so different because like you can play PlayStation 1 games on PS4.
Yes, you can.
because
Yeah.
it's a CD-ROM.
Yeah.
and it reads CD-ROMs.
Yeah.
The PS2 disc was what was it?
It was that
called?
like weird blue.
that was the black. The
No,
black
that was the
under-
PS1. Black was PS1, blue was PS2.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It was that weird. It wasn't CD-ROM. I forget what the format was.
I can't remember what it was. It was
But-
almost like a DVD platform, but it wasn't
yeah,
quite
but
DVD.
it wasn't DVD.
It was something weird.
So you can't play that on anything but PlayStation 2.
Right.
No, that's not true either, because you could play some later PlayStation 2 games on PS3. There was like a list.
Yeah, you could. There was a certain amount of them that you could, and I don't know if it was because of the authorization code they had in it or something like that. I can't remember. It's been so long, but the point is.
But I can't play a PS3 game on a PS4.
But here's the biggest thing,
Which upsets me.
Why when it comes to that is why I would say the PC is superior too, is because you don't really have to worry about. If you're an online PC gamer, like if you play Counter-Strike Online or something like that, you don't really have to worry about their server shutting down because it's supported through Steam. Mm-hmm. I don't think I can go back and play Mass Effect 3 on the Xbox 360 and play online. I don't think I could do that. I think the servers are down, aren't they?
I believe so.
Servers go down on consoles
I don't know.
like crazy. They
Yeah.
have like a
But
3 to
Origin
5
is
year, and
still-
that's it.
Origin is still supporting the Mass Effect 3
On PC.
Yes.
On PlayStation 2.
They're supporting what?
On PlayStation? It's still
the
on.
Mass Effect 3 multiplayer?
Yeah, it's still on.
On the PlayStation is still supported, but I don't think it's still on the Xbox.
I don't believe so.
I
No.
doubt it.
But you can on the PC. It is on
Because
the PC.
I'm
I
gonna
believe
go
that.
on a limb
You know
here
what?
and
It's
assume-
weird.
You know what's an old game that their servers are still online for some reason is Jedi Academy.
Yeah.
Star Wars Jedi Academy.
Yeah.
Because I have that game and I'll play it every once in a while.
And it's
the multiplayer.
because it's community based.
Oh yeah. The
community-based servers.
The community is the one that keeps that server running.
Yep.
It's fantastic.
And that's the thing. You can't have community servers on consoles. Really.
Well, they're talking.
You can.
They're talking
but it's
about
tough.
the next gen of consoles being more open source, especially
Yeah.
with the way because of like
That's gonna be
look
fishy.
at what they've done with the PlayStation 4, just for like Skyrim.
Oh, with all the mods and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So.
Even though there was some controversy behind that, but yeah. Yeah.
It's-
But anything with mods is always controversial. But there's that.
I'll
Well,
say-
those people took an arrow to the knee, and it's no longer a problem.
I'll say this. If you want the best looking graphics and you want the like most crisp visual and sound and everything, like the most up to date PC.
Absolutely.
But if you just want to pay a flat price,
like a premium, yeah.
you want to just pay, I want to pay you money, and then I have the thing that I can play games on, and I'll not have to worry about switching out hardware or doing any kind of maintenance or any of that stuff because it's automatically done. Like all the updates and
Yeah,
all that stuff
automatic updates.
is automatic. On
Generally
console.
speaking,
Yep.
if you have a console that goes dud, you send it back, they
Yeah.
fix it, and
Yep.
give you a new one.
Yep.
Yep.
But like if your sound card goes out, then you have to physically
You have to
go in
go in there
there.
and get a new one.
That
do
is
it.
true.
So
But the longevity on PC parts is way longer than consoles, I believe.
I don't think so.
I would say they're roughly the
PlayStation
same.
But you think so?
10 years
I would assume the longevity on
on
PC.
a graphics card. Have you
Well-
had a graphics card for the past 10 years?
Here's my argument to that. Will it work for 10 years?
No. Can you play the newest game on it at the top speed?
Oh, I maxed out? Probably not.
How about a
No,
PS4? There's
definitely
no
not.
there's no
Yes,
way
you
that's
can.
going to last 10 years.
PlayStation has a 10-year life cycle, so yes.
That PlayStation 4.
I can play a game. I can play a brand new game and a game that came out when it first came out, and it looks the best that it's supposed to. Yes.
What if you're poor AF and only have a PS2? Can't play PS4.
But that's different, though.
Just
that's
saying.
a different console.
Well, but see, that's
Exactly.
But that's
what
my
I'm
argument to that. If you bought a console 10 years ago, you can still play games that came out 10 years ago on that, but anything that came out after 10 years ago, you can't play on that
it.
But
console.
I can't do that on my computer either, though. We just got done talking about how I can't play KOTOR.
Yeah, but that's not a graphics issue.
That was a patch
But it's a
issue.
it's a compatibility issue.
Yes.
So a compatibility issue is the same thing. like the disc is not compatible
It's not,
with.
so it
it's-
wouldn't be the graphic thing. It's
a
a compatibility.
compatibility. So that's the same thing.
That's a
Because my-
wash. then,
my
'cause that
graphics
goes
card-
across
That's what I'm
everything.
saying.
If
That's what
I
I'm saying.
bought the top of the line
But-
graphics card right now,
Yes. 10 years from now, you cannot play the newest Far Cry at the top every
Maybe
day.
not. Maybe not.
Definitely
We
not.
don't know how, because while graphics and everything are getting more intense.
Okay, let's just go 10 years
A-
ago.
a lot
can
of-
you get a graphics card from 10 years ago, put it in your computer and play Far Cry right now at the top speed?
Not at ultra. Not at ultra.
That's what I'm
but
saying.
probably medium to high. You would still be able to play.
but not at the pinnacle.
you
of
would not be able to play that.
performance.
Okay, but here's my argument to that. If you had Far Cry that came out 10 years from now
Okay.
in your PlayStation 4, and they're making it for PlayStation 4, then they will make a version for your computer, and it will still run.
Yeah.
But it won't. But what I'm saying is that it's not at the peak or pinnacle
For
of what
that-
it's designed to be.
If my graphics card is the equivalent of the graphics card
I'm
that's
not saying it's
in-
not playable. I'm just saying it's not at the
True.
utmost.
But if I'm
the
saying my graphics
zenith.
card, if my graphics card is the equivalent of the graphics card that's in the PlayStation's graphic card doesn't just get better. It's going to have the same processing power.
What I'm saying is that
Agreed.
having a PC means more maintenance.
I will
Means
give you
more
that.
I will give you
upkeep
that.
I will
and
give you that.
maintenance.
But I find a joy in updating and
That's fine, and some people do, and some people would rather.
consoles. I just want to throw it out the window.
But some people, but you've had an Xbox. Like I've never
I've
had a
had-
problem
yeah.
with any of my PlayStations.
I've never.
I
had
have a
problem-
PlayStation 3 that I bought at launch, and it still works.
Yeah, it's upstairs.
Yeah, it still works. It's perfect.
I have a GameCube that I bought.
I use it.
and it still works.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's great. Adobe's all right. It's
I love it.
fantastic.
I love it.
I love it.
I was playing
It's
Final
awesome.
Fantasy 9 on it.
Yeah,
it was great.
Great.
Yeah. So okay, so
love that game.
are we saying
So
console?
good.
Or are we saying PC? Because this sounds it's pretty close. So we're saying up for PC, down for
Yeah.
console. All right. One, two, three. Ooh, really?
We have Tribunal. PC's better.
PC is better. You like console more, huh?
I do.
Really?
I think
I
it
do.
boils down to the
I
maintenance.
feel like it's no, because I like working on computers.
You feel like it's more stable?
It's more of a money sink. You
Okay.
know what I mean?
I can see that.
Because like if I
definitely
can't
spent more money on
have
PC.
something. Yeah, exactly.
It's way more
I
money
can't
on
have
PC.
something and not constantly be tinkering with it and updating it and making it better. And like
Yeah.
with a console, it's a closed box system.
Right.
Like I can't. It doesn't allow me to tinker with it.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I mean? Like I can't.
If you
just,
want to
like,
mod that thing, it's a chore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas like if I had a
And
PC,
I could see as far as price goes, yeah, you buy your PS4 is at $500 at the top, maybe. My computer is up; it's like $1,800 to $2,000.
Yeah.
over the course of like a couple of years.
and we
but-
can both play the same game.
Oh yeah,
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? For
We
the
all play
most part.
StarCraft together and stuff.
Yeah.
It's great.
And that's the thing.
Which
Like
is
you
free.
you play StarCraft on your $1,800 like brand new PC. I play StarCraft on like my $600 laptop from 8 years ago.
Yeah, and it's great.
Yeah, I
And it
still
works.
have fun.
Yeah, it's
like,
great.
Occasionally we hit lag issues. But
Every other time we play.
yeah.
Yeah, he has lag issues in Rocket League. It's hilarious. He goes visual lag. All right, I'm back.
The weird thing is it's not it's only a graphics lag and it just glitches every now and
Yeah,
then.
it's funny.
Oh, there'll be sometimes we'll play StarCraft and I'm like, all right, I'm at 1 frame per second.
Oh, because there's just so much.
Yeah. All right.
Great. All right, so PC wins
PC
out that one.
wins. All right. Next one.
Oh god.
In this corner.
Netflix.
Netflix. Red Netflix.
Red Netflix.
And in this corner.
In the green corner.
The green corner. Hulu.
Hulu.
Begin.
Begin. All right. So
Netflix. I win. All right. Anyways,
no.
up for Netflix.
Okay. Let's break it down.
Do we have to break this one down?
Yeah.
I
we
have
have to?
never
Netflix
watched,
is the progenitor.
I have never owned any Hulu. I've never, well, not owned, but like I've never had a subscription to Hulu.
Let me ask you a legitimate
So I
question.
don't actually, I'm not going to be a lot of input in this.
Let me ask you just
Hulu
one
was free originally.
Let me ask you a
was free
question
originally.
that will help you base, pick one of the two. Do you like ads on your videos?
I mean,
Do you like them? Like when you're watching a video, do
I like
you like commercials?
Do I like
that's why I
them?
watch things online.
No. However, I am understanding of the fact that people need to make money and advertising is a
Okay.
good way to do it. So when they're like 15, 30-second ads, I don't mind.
Okay.
2-minute ads bother me.
Okay, so YouTube
you're
ads
on-
don't bother
So you're on
If it's
Netflix.
like 15 seconds?
Okay.
Not really, no.
So you're on Netflix and you're watching Seven Deadly Sins.
Okay.
And you're watching and it's great and it gets to a certain point. Suddenly ad.
In the middle of the show.
And just in the middle of a part.
In the middle of the show.
Yeah. Where like you feel a commercial should be, but it's like a minute ad. And then the episode keeps playing. But then after that,
So it's like
another
it's a TV commercial.
Another 10 minutes, another ad.
It's a TV commercial.
Yeah.
But they're in breaks where they kind of should be.
Yeah. All the way through. Now, remember this. You're paying for Netflix. You're paying for it. Wouldn't that get annoying? Wouldn't that just drive you crazy? Wouldn't that kind of frustrate you? Congratulations. You have Hulu.
I will say this, and
That's what Hulu is.
This is what makes it even more negative. Is you can pay
Netflix.
you can pay more to not have ads.
Premium
On Hulu.
And
Hulu Premium,
and it's so much more.
Hulu Premium.
And it's so
it's
much
what it's
more.
called.
Yeah,
And
it's
it's
called
called
Hulu
it.
Premium.
And it's
I
so much
called
more
it.
than Netflix too.
It is. So here's the thing, though.
I've heard
Hulu has.
I've heard
like,
that Hulu has way more TV shows
It
though.
does.
And not,
It's not way more. It's just they have some. That
It's got a lot more. No, it's got a lot more.
I'm gonna find out how much.
Here's the
Hulu-
other thing. Hulu has up-to-date TV shows.
Comes
Like
out
as
the
soon
day
as a
after.
new episode is on TV, it's on Hulu.
The next day, yeah.
So if you're looking to replace your cable or satellite provider,
then Hulu's a good way
Hulu's
to go.
what you want.
But if you want freedom to watch what you want to watch, to an extent,
Netflix.
okay.
All right, let's
Okay.
look at the plans on Hulu, ladies
Like
and gentlemen.
I enjoy it. Like I love South
Netflix
Park.
is like $9.99 or $12.99
no,
or something.
it's like $12.99 an hour or something.
I love
They raised
South
the-
Park, and that's on Hulu.
That is on Hulu.
So
All right.
there's so many good shows on Hulu, like that I from regular TV that I don't want to watch on regular TV because I hate it.
Here we go. 30-day free trial, $0.
Cool.
That's for Netflix.
Live
too.
TV now on Hulu, $39.99.
Jeez.
Wait, what?
That's the
HBO,
For okay,
You wanna put
are these
HBO on
Are
there?
these a month?
a month.
Yeah, $40 a month.
HBO, you want to add that? $14.99. Limited commercials, limited, not no commercials, limited, $5.99. No commercials, $11.99. You want Showtime? $8.99. Or Cinemax? $9.99.
Who runs Hulu? EA?
To be fair,
Jesus.
to be fair,
These are their prices.
to
for
be
Hulu.
fair, they did give it away for free at first.
Okay, that is super cool. But if your main competitor is selling their product for $12.99, how are you going to sell yours for $40?
Also, I can only think of like maybe 3 shows that were original Hulu content and were good.
Yeah.
And Netflix just has like a million. Like a million original. The difference okay.
I'm ready. I'm sold.
To be fair though, Netflix will give a green light to any pilot. Like literally, you got an idea? All right, we're greenlit. Like
Yeah,
we're
that's
gonna make,
fair. Yeah, they will.
Netflix will make a series out of anything.
I've seen some pretty
Just such stupid
Okay,
ideas
here's-
for shows.
Here's my question. Is Riverdale a Netflix original series?
No, it's CW.
Because it feels like
I
it should have
know.
been. Because it was that stupid.
It's so insanely expensive to be on Hulu. I'm reading just like
So $39.99, and now I want HBO.
Hey,
so there's 15
reason,
more.
The reason that
so I'm
Hulu,
at 55.
The reason
I want Stars. So there's another 9. So I'm
Cinemax.
at like 65.
Showtime.
Well, whatever.
Yeah.
And I want no commercial. So there's another $12. So I'm looking at $80
Yeah.
before taxes.
Which is, and here's why. That's comparable to a satellite or cable bill.
I mean,
Because here's why Hulu's more expensive. Because they have to pay the network so much
to
to have
gets
the
worse.
same
To have the
day
show.
to have the same day shows.
it gets worse. I'm reading this thing.
Sure.
So okay, let me just read this. Hulu used to have a free tier with limited shows and advertising. Remember
Okay.
that? You could watch like the first 5 episodes of the newest season.
I
that would
no,
come
no,
out.
that's not true. Hulu used to just be free.
Oh yeah, it did used to be
Everything
free.
was
It
free.
did. Yeah,
It didn't have a lot, but what it did have, it was completely free, no
it
commercials.
had Alec Baldwin.
it did.
It did.
And then when
remember
the
that.
premium came out, they made it to where you can watch the latest show season, like the first 5 to 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Okay, and you had ads. And the price was $7.99 per month for its base contents. Now, the base tier, even though you were paying, still had commercials. If you're
Which
okay,
basically they're pulling from TV. So this
yeah.
makes sense to me.
And if you're okay
But the
with that,
commercials were
then
only,
knock
like,
yourself
30
out.
seconds.
Have a great time.
Even better. I can deal with that.
For $4 extra, you can go commercial free. So it's
Okay.
$11.99 essentially is what it came down to. And then for $11.99 a month, you can view Hulu on only one device at a time. So you couldn't do like Netflix does, which is like you
Share
could be
accounts.
watching in TV in the living room, and then your wife could be watching on her tablet at the same time, and then like you could be in your room watching
Yeah.
something else. You can't
I
do that
forgot about
on
that.
Hulu. Hulu is just like TV. That's the only one you got. You can only watch it
forgot
on that
about
one
that.
right now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is right now.
Netflix, you have to pay if you want from more than one.
You
No.
just you have to pay for their base, and you can just as many as you want. anywhere you
Netflix,
want.
I have like 9 different people using
Yeah.
my Netflix.
Yeah.
And I pay the same amount.
Me and my girlfriend.
When I got it, it was
Me.
That's because I bought Netflix when it first became streaming.
Yeah.
get it now. You have to pay. It's only like $2 more.
Yeah,
But you have to
but it's still like me and my girlfriend like share a Netflix account. When she uses mine,
I share my
actually.
Netflix account with 9
and you
people.
can just keep watching. It doesn't matter.
because I got things in return.
So
Like HBO account,
So you can only view Hulu on one device at a time. Typically, it'll run on 2 or 3 at a time. You can create up to 6 different profiles per account and put a Hulu account on hold for up to 12 weeks if you're going to be traveling. Hulu with live TV will set you back $40 and combines its on-demand library with live television that covers all local, regional, standard cable televisions available to your market with support up to 2 simultaneous streams plus 50 hours of cloud-based DVR and full access on Hulu's on-demand programming. We like it so much. It's our editor's choice in live streaming ahead of Sling TV, which is a joke.
Sling TV is a joke.
And you pay $43.99 a month. That's essentially what
Amazon is getting there. It's
Well, what I
not
like
quite
about-
a contender.
What I like about Amazon though is it's just like you have Prime, cool, it's $100 a year. Knock yourself out. You got music and video and audiobooks and everything, and you get next day shipping. It's cool.
like, eh.
There's just like a
And some
niche
free
thing.
episodes of movies.
Yeah. Now Netflix, $7.99 per month with 2 screens simultaneously at high definition for $10.99 a month. There was a $1 price increase just recently.
yeah.
The
But
HD is
$1
parking.
isn't breaking
Yeah.
the bank.
You could go to 4 screens at a time for
Tell that to
$14.99
EA.
or $13.99 a month. Also increase in
They
because
need
it
that
went
dollar
up.
from you, man.
And with that, get support for Ultra HD, which is the 4K.
Ultra HD.
Yeah, which nobody cares about.
Which no one
4K.
can even stream
Yeah.
because there aren't, unless you have FiOS and you live a quarter mile away from their servers.
Yeah.
You're not getting 4K.
Yeah, like,
It's
I do.
it's like
I get
when-
4K, but
but
yeah, I
you
get it.
live right
Yeah.
next
and I have
to it.
God tier internet. you
But
know?
the other, it's like people are like, oh, I have 4G. It's like, well, it's not really 4G, right?
Yeah.
It's like we don't have actual real 4G in
says
California. It says 4G LTE,
yeah,
which is not 4G speed.
yeah. Also, we'll say this is the
will
defining
slap
thing
you
for
in the
me.
mouth.
This is the defining thing for me, and it is that all tiers of Netflix are ad free.
Yes.
Period.
We haven't voted yet. You don't know.
All right.
All
let's
tiers
do
of
it.
Netflix are ad free.
Thumbs down for Netflix. Thumbs up for Hulu. 1, 2, 3.
All right, Netflix wins.
We have unanimity.
Netflix is just better,
Netflix is better.
and they have
By
all the
a
Marvel
lot.
and who and all that stuff is cool.
But yeah, also Marvel. Their original content destroys Hulu's original content.
Seven Deadly Sins.
Netflix doesn't have a live TV option, but I don't care.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
They have so
Honestly,
much original.
I will just say
yeah.
this as somebody who has used it too. If you want live TV, like if you want a live TV package, do not use Hulu. Don't use Sling. Use PlayStation View. It's actually good.
Oh yeah.
It is actually very
okay,
good.
I'll add 2 caveats.
Oh,
to
but you
this.
can't get that on PC.
One,
Yes, you can.
Amazon.
PC's Master Race.
Amazon is coming up.
Yes.
Amazon's going to be a contender.
Yes, it is.
2, I don't know if you guys know about this, but there's a company called Own Zones,
Oh yeah.
which is destroying the European market.
Yes, it is.
Like their compression algorithm is insane because
Mm-hmm.
the Eastern European internet access is terrible.
Yeah.
But somehow with the way they're streaming is
Perfect.
people are getting it great.
That's crazy.
It's insane. They're killing it. I think they're going to go probably public next year, and it's going to be
Huge. Cool.
blow up.
And I don't know anything about the YouTube TV stuff, but if you're gonna get
YouTube
TV,
Red?
no, not Red.
Why are you paying for YouTube? It's free.
Yeah.
Stupid. YouTube's free.
But if you're gonna get
don't
TV,
pay for it.
get-
The best content on YouTube is free.
Yeah, it's
It's
true.
true.
Don't pay for their shows. They suck.
We're totally free.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Ah.
Ha. Cannot get anyone to advertise on us.
High fives are hard.
All right.
All right, so Netflix wins.
Last one. Do it.
It is in the red corner, manga. In the blue corner, anime. Anime versus manga. Which one's better, guys? I think you guys might be surprised at my choice on this one.
It's going to be anime, but all right.
McKay's not surprised.
Honestly, I would see this
You might
going
be.
close either way.
Yeah.
Okay. So we can only compare things that have an anime and a manga version.
There's plenty. There's plenty of
So
Well, here's my argument to having both the anime and the manga version
Sure.
is most animes, if not all, are sparked off of a manga.
Correct.
And they get second seasons based on the manga sales because the entire market over there in Japan is based off of the book sales. If the sales drop for the manga, then they do not produce another series of the anime, no matter how blatantly successful it was in the Western market. They do not care if the book sales are down, an anime series does not happen. That's just how that market works.
The one thing I'll say is,
So you cannot guarantee a second season, and that always stings if
yeah.
you have a good one you loved.
the other thing I feel is that, especially recently, it seems like the only mangas that get made into anime are like the obviously commercially viable ones.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like I don't.
Because those are the ones
I
that
don't.
are selling big
It's all.
right
It's
now.
all the same cookie cutter characters, cliches, and
Yes.
tropes,
Oh yeah.
and that like really bums me out because there's so many good mangas that are just so different than everything else.
Yep.
And they will never get made into an anime.
Agreed.
And it bums me out because there's some really
because
good,
the sales aren't high enough.
It's not even the sales. Like Siren was great on sales. Ubelblot had a great sales.
But was it as much as its competitors at the time? And that was the issue.
Ubelblot's still going. I mean,
Yes, but like
going to the Korean one, Breaker has
That's okay. That's
international
true.
sales
That's
records.
true. That's a
But
huge
they'll
one.
never make that into an anime. One, because it's Korean, and two, because it's not an obvious story. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't follow.
Yeah.
It doesn't follow like the obvious paths.
Right, the rise, the fall,
Yeah.
the rise,
like,
the fall.
like that's such like a crazy
Are you seriously
great
Snapchatting
story.
this?
No,
Have you read The Breaker?
I have.
It's a Korean manhwa. It's
Yeah,
fantastic.
it's great.
I love it. I wish they would make that.
Sorry.
But the other problem is that when they give us an anime of a manga, sometimes they just
That is
totally ruin it.
that is 100% true.
Gantz is by far one
Kansas
of
is gnarly.
Gantz is one of my favorite and most disturbing mangas ever. Like it just
People's arms just
It
bubbling up
hurts.
and exploding and killing them all.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
not
that's good
only
stuff.
not only is it brutally violent, but it's also just it makes me feel bad. Like in my chest, it just like you know what I mean? Like
They
some of those
do-
chapters are just like
They do
"Ah."
bad things
yeah.
to those characters.
Such horrible things happen to such nice people. It just makes me feel bad. And then the anime was just like, oh, you know, all these characters that, you know, were really like complex and had like differing emotions and felt like real people. Yeah, we're not going to do that.
Nah.
Oh, aliens, explosions. Like, sex. That was what it was. Like, they're like,
Sex.
they're like, because the artist was like really good
That
at
needs to be our outro piece right there.
the artist. The artist was really good at like drawing,
Sex.
yeah, drawing sex. I'm gonna get graphic here for a second. I mean, you both have read it. You know what I'm saying, right? Like,
Sex. That's just funny.
it wasn't like the typical anime, like, oh, every girl is shaped like an hourglass.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it.
Except
they
for
looked,
the one that's flat chested.
they looked like real girls.
Oh my
Right.
gosh.
You know what I mean? There
so
were
funny.
imperfections. It was more real to life than the majority of anime and manga characters.
Agreed. Oh my god.
The anime was like, nope, slap some big titties on that chick. She's got a personality. Don't need one no more. She got boobies that'll flop around.
Sex.
Yeah, I mean, right? Like they took all the
You're right.
they took all the subtlety about the sexual tension between teenagers and raging hormones, and they're like, sex, like
This sells.
cartoon boobies. You love it.
You
Like
okay?
what the?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh my goodness. I don't think we need to go any further than this.
Honestly, I
Sex.
I have another one to that. A lot
Sure.
of times when they have the anime adaptation and your manga is a fantastic manga, you love it, you read it all over the place, it's a great one, you're way ahead of where the anime is. The anime is going to end their season. You're hoping for a second season. Here comes the last 2 episodes of the anime, and then you look at it for a second and you go, wait, This is where they chose to put the cliff.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
There's
No,
more.
no, like that arc actually has 3 more chapters,
There's
and that
more.
would be a great place to cut it off. Why? What? No,
Yeah, can't do that.
Yeah.
but they do it all the time.
They do it all the time.
Also, filler.
Oh my gosh.
Filler in anime.
Makes me want to go drink bleach. See what I did there?
Remember the Bount arc? Yeah, me neither.
Awful.
So you remember the Bount arc?
Garbage.
Yeah.
Me neither. I skipped it.
Because it doesn't have anything
matter.
to
Hey,
do.
hey, remember when Naruto did a bunch of stuff that didn't have anything to do with being a ninja?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Oh, I remember.
Oh, it's like 2 seasons.
Remember-
And I skipped the other 12.
Remember-
and then
remember-
the last 4 episodes.
Remember all those episodes of One Piece anime that sucked?
I never watched it.
All
all of them.
893?
All of them. One Piece sucks. Brian.
Oh, and he's listening.
Brian. One Piece sucks. I watched it. I watched
you-
200 episodes.
You know
Did you
what?
really?
It's garbage.
You gave it that much of a chance
Yep. I watched 200 episodes.
just to prove a point.
Sucked. Go watch Bebop. Go watch some good anime.
Yeah.
You did make
Cowboy
a deal.
Bebop's amazing.
Go watch.
did make a
Go
deal.
watch Elfen Lied.
Oh, that one too.
That's
Like-
a gnarly.
That was brutal too.
yeah, that one too.
Go watch Helsing. Helsing's great.
Berserk.
Berserk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Claymore.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude, Steins Gate.
Dude, Claymore's
yeah.
one of my all-time favorite animes.
Did you see the new one on Netflix?
I haven't seen the new one yet. I'm waiting to binge it.
That's crazy.
But the first season was nutso. But
Yeah.
yeah. No. Watch some good anime.
Yeah.
Let's try
So
it.
there's some good original anime. I would
Lost Ark.
say that
Or
there.
go read some
that
manga and you'll get the whole story.
It's easier. It's easier to find.
7 Deadly Sins.
Anime has become
story.
way too inundated with the same cookie cutter characters.
Agreed.
Fairy Tail is basically One Piece and Naruto. Bleach, even Bleach, as much as I enjoyed it, was basically Yu Yu Hakusho and Dragon Ball combined. Like they followed the exact same character arcs and story arcs.
Agree.
So
Yeah.
Yu Yu Hakusho for the win.
Oh, dude.
Dude,
It's a great show.
So
ever.
So
great.
good.
Bebop.
All right. So what are we saying here, boys? Up for anime, down for manga?
Yep.
All right. Ready?
One,
1, 2, 3. Unanimity! Manga's better.
Manga's better.
Although I do enjoy anime.
I
Not
really
saying
do.
anime's bad, because I do
Manhwa.
both, but I prefer manga for the story, because I'm a story person.
Yeah.
And that's it. We did it all.
We did it. That was a cage match.
So-
Rage and Cajun.
Android
Apple
better
versus
than Apple.
Android.
Android 1, PlayStation 1, Marvel 1, PC 1, Netflix, and manga. Those are the winners in our death match.
Thunderdome.
Do you have any
Welcome to the
arguments for
Thunderdome.
us? Go ahead and tweet it
We
at us.
would love
We'll
to.
ignore you
yeah,
because
let's-
we've already had
let's
the
address.
tribunal.
Can you pull that up? Because I wanted to address someone brought up something to us.
Oh, about Tom Bombadil?
Yeah. No, about Thranduil.
Oh, do you want to bring that up?
Yeah, I do.
Does that
No,
what-
because I want to address it. Someone. We love feedback, and I would love to have
All right, well,
discussions with people.
let me get this really quick here.
So let's pull up what he said
I'm pulling it up right now. Give me a second.
and who it was, so we can give a shout out to this guy.
Yeah, because I'm sure that he's still listening.
Hopefully,
I hope.
whoever you are.
Either that or after that one episode, he was like, well, you're so wrong. I'm done with this.
So we
Just table
had a
left.
fan who sent us a message about our Lord of the Rings episode, and he had a quibble with something we said.
Yes, his name is Chad Haley.
Thank you, Chad, for responding. We love feedback. And he said,
Chad said, "Hey guys, I was listening to your Lord of the Rings podcast, and your bit about Thranduil telling Legolas to seek out Strider wasn't accurate, according to the movies. That is, in the extended edition of the Two Towers, Eowyn questions Aragorn about his age, only to find out that at the time he was 86 and had fought alongside her grandfather. Freaking old. If The Hobbit took place 60 years before Lord of the Rings, then that would put Aragorn at 26 at this time. So it may be a mistake." Movie-wise, or a break from source material during the original trilogy. And the reasoning for his age and long life is that he is part of the
Dunedain.
Dunedain, yeah, which have a close kinship with elves due to long lifespans, and explains how he came to Rivendell to begin with.
Yep.
And why he's
So,
80 freaking
Thank you
years
for
old.
your
Thank you.
message. Like, we're not going to bash. We're just
No,
want to
no,
address
I want to
it.
clarify.
We want to clarify.
Okay,
We thank you
so,
for your message so
Chad-
much.
Chad
We really,
Haley?
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
Thank you. Please keep messaging us if we ever
Yeah, keep,
mess up.
fact check us.
Yeah, please. Okay, so addressing this. So there was a difference between the books and the movies.
As there is.
Our producer and I sat down because we had my copies of Lord of the Rings handy. In the movies, there is a 60-year gap between the end of the Hobbit movie, the Battle of the Five Armies,
Yes.
and the Lord of the Rings first movie.
Yes.
In the novels, so you are correct. That is how that is. So Strider or Aragorn would be approximately 20 when Thranduil tells Legolas to seek him out. So that is true. You are correct. However, in the novels, there is closer to an 80 or 90 year gap between the end of The Hobbit and the beginning of The Lord of the Rings. We know this because of the birthday that he is celebrating, and it's also mentioned at the end of the Hobbit book, the age that Bilbo is. So we know that it's an 80-year or so gap. The other thing you have to realize is that between Gandalf first coming to visit at the beginning of the movie and the books of Lord of the Rings and returning to Frodo in the middle of the night, and he pulls Sam through the window and he sends him on his journey, there's about a 5-year gap, which is kind of skipped over in the movies just for the sake of pacing, which I can understand because you want to keep a movie going.
Right.
It is. It's
Like 20 years. Because Frodo is the same age.
Oh, we don't have your mic.
That's true. Our producer just corrected me. You're right. There's actually closer to a 20-year gap between
when Gandalf first shows up.
when Gandalf first shows
and
up
then
for
kicks Frodo out the door for his
Bilbo's
adventure.
birthday, and then when he
The same age when they leave on their
yes, so Frodo and Bilbo are the same age when they leave on their respective adventures.
Right.
So there in the books, there is no way for Thranduil to have told Legolas to go seek out Strider because he would either have been about 4 or 5 and living in Rivendell among the elves or have not even been born yet. But he is. The one thing that is agreed upon is that at the beginning of the Lord of the Rings movies, when you first meet Aragorn, he's about 86, 90 between those ages. And it is because he has a longer lifespan because of his bloodline relating to the Dunedain. So thank you, Chad Haley. And that was clarifying, I guess. Because we were kind of jumping back and forth between like
Movie
the movies
and
and the books, but yeah, there is a difference between the movies and the books. The other, major differences between the movies and the books is that in the movies, the extended editions, you see Saruman get stabbed in the back by Wormtongue, whereas in the books, The Return of the King, the hobbits return to Hobbiton to find that Wormtongue has taken over and they have to like kick him out, and there's this whole battle, which they just completely cut out of the books because once again, it's a pacing issue. We don't want to have like 19 different endings to the movie.
6 was enough.
Merry and Pippin in the movies are given to have a much closer relationship than they do in the books.
Yep.
They're kind of thrown together and they didn't really, I think they weren't really friends and they were just kind of lumped together in the books. So
from Frodo.
yeah, from Frodo because of the whole fellowship.
Correct.
So
And that is that's the real Tolkien lore because there was a brief amount of time that passes when Bilbo leaves the Shire.
yeah.
So, if you have a rebuttal, please send us.
Please
do.
send us.
We love debating and we love talking and we love just
We love getting
we love
feedback.
Getting feedback. We love
Yeah.
talking. No one's wrong here.
So, unless you think Justice League or Batman versus Superman were good movies,
Or you use
then
an
you're
iPhone.
very wrong.
Then you're wrong.
All right. You can find the podcast on iTunes and Google Play and Spotify. The links will be for that down here in the corner down below. Huh?
Ew, iTunes.
Podbean.
And Podbean as well. The link will be down here in the corner below. You can find all the links at reallylikablegeeks.com. The website is under construction, but all the links are there. You can find me on Twitter at that Stephen Brown.
You can usually find me avoiding Twitter at BelieveTheWeave.
You can find me at Stu_ no last name.
So thank you guys for listening to us rant and rave and compare and contrast things that we know and love. So much like video games, comic books, and anime. Crazy
Yeah,
how that
nailed
worked.
it all.
Nailed it all. And if you guys disagree with our list, you can tweet at us or send us
Please.
messages on Facebook, and
do it.
we will
Do it.
read
We'll
them all.
follow you.
I would love. This whole episode was conceived of to incite nerd rage. Bring it. We stand by what we said. Bring it. Blow me up.
We love
Do
to
it.
talk.
Do it.
We would love
Hit
to
us up.
tell you why you're wrong.
Now we have 280 characters
Yeah.
to do it with.
Let's debate on
Yeah.
Twitter. Trailblazer.
Hey, a lot of very important issues are decided on Twitter.
Yeah,
I
they
can't
are.
get through that.
They really are. So
a lot of
thank
very
you guys
important people talk on
for
Twitter,
listening
too.
and watching. For those of you who don't know, you can watch us on YouTube as well. Search for the Likable Geeks, and you will find us.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Hit that subscribe button.
Hit that subscribe
it.
button.
Hit it.
But don't pay for YouTube Red.
Yeah, don't. That's so stupid.
That's just dumb.
That we'll never get YouTube advertisements because YouTube Red sucks.
And if we do, then we're liars.
Demonetize us.
Oh my god! All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye. Sex.